So that's a lovely message that I just got recently. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel where it is my hope to inspire you to capture the vision of your life. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe and to click that gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday and on the weekends on all things ADHD. We are just going to chillax where I sit a lot of the times, which is on the floor in front of my couch instead of on my actual couch because I'm weird like that. Let's get into the topic at hand, which is ADHD and negative self-talk, ADHD and negativity, however you want to word it, we're going to discuss it because that comment that I recently got, it got me to thinking. It was from somebody that had been reaching out to me on my social media Instagram account, and I had read their comments because I get a lot of them, but never was able to get back to them. And they had reached out to me again, and I kept forgetting to get back to them. Clearly, that was not something that they were a big fan of. So they thought they would use their rights as a human being on social media and to lash out at me in a way that left me full of a rush of not anxiety, but I guess you could say, like, I definitely read it and was like, whoa, like I just made someone really mad. Also got me to thinking, and it also inspired this video. So let's talk about ADHD and, again, like I said, negative self-talk. Now, growing up as kids with ADHD, diagnosed or undiagnosed, conscious of it or not, we are very hard on ourselves. We also grew up being told all the things that we can't do right. Why can't we, calm down, sit down, stay focused, get tasks finished, clean our room, what's wrong with you, blah, 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 blah. List goes on and on. It wasn't really evident that I had ADHD until my college and career age, where I just kept not getting my act together and things just weren't going as planned. So the negative self-talk definitely transpired and continued to be ingrained in me. Whether you relate to that or as a kid you relate to being critiqued a lot, that negative self-talk eventually becomes your inner dialogue. The narrative that other people and the world that we are born into creates for us becomes us. And so it's really hard for us to get out of that reinforced thinking that has just been so deeply ingrained into our psyche that to do anything but be negative to yourself is contrary to popular belief of yourself towards yourself. It got me to just realize, like, we already are wondering, gosh, you're so stupid. Why are you so lazy? Why can't you be who you want to be? Why are you not amounting to the level of success that you know that you're capable of doing? Why aren't you as successful as your peers? Why aren't you able to figure out what you want to be when you grow up? Why aren't you able to hold down a job or be happy at a job or be focused at a job or be really good at a job and just be able to sit and get something done? All these negative self-talks, these self-dialogues, like they've plagued my mind for a long time. Even still to this day, for me to say that I'm just always positive towards myself would be a lie. I've worked on it, and so I realized I've never made a video about it, so I thought I'd look into it and what can we do as people with ADHD to help ourselves be kinder to ourselves. Because I always had this feeling that I was not living up to my potential, that I'm not who I know that I could be somewhere deep down inside. And looking into this, it's makes me sad that we can be negative towards ourselves. I said that weird. It makes me sad that we can be negative towards ourselves, especially if you are undiagnosed like me. I didn't get diagnosed with ADHD until I was 31 with inattentive type ADHD. And that is 31 years of basically self-ingrained hatred. That's so harsh, but it's true. I didn't have a lot of self-appreciation or self-love or self-awareness until my late 20s, and then especially once getting diagnosed with ADHD. So what are some things that you can do to help yourself get out of your negative self-talk downward spiral? To start off, you can step outside of the thought once you are triggered or you're aware that a negative self-thought has been sparked. Acknowledge it and step outside of it and realize it's not you. So don't attach yourself to the shame that goes with ADHD, but separate yourself from the negative self-talk and realize it is a symptom of ADHD and it is a result of something that you've done in accordance and in alignment with your ADHD. I was late today. I'm such a horrible person. I suck. No, I was late today. I couldn't get my act together. My ADHD made it a challenge. I'll do better next time because I'm aware that I have a problem with being late. So you're changing your thought pattern towards the problem as something associated with ADHD as opposed to yourself. So it's external. You're no longer internalizing the failures that you experience because of your ADHD symptoms, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments below if I'm making any sense. We all know that articulating ourselves sometimes can be a challenge. So if you relate, let me know. Another important thing that you should do whenever you feel that spark of negative self-talk is to make sure you don't just allow it to sit and simmer within you. Feel it, acknowledge it, name it. Now, find a mantra and talk yourself past it. I am amazing. I've got this. You can do this. Positive self-talk will get you past your negative self-talk. Another thing you could do is call a trusted friend, somebody that you know that really loves you, supports you, and listens to you, and just ask them to help you talk through whatever it is you're going through. This is something that I do pretty consistently. I can be really hard on myself, and whenever I'm going through a hard time, I definitely call a trusted few people that know and understand me and make me feel heard, and 9 times out of 10, it gets me out of that negative self-talk. Another important thing that has really helped me, and I hope that you really grab onto this, is to learn about your ADHD. The more you learn and understand what you're dealing with, you will have more acknowledgement and awareness of symptoms, and so you don't attach yourself to the symptoms. You have internal value. You are valuable regardless of what you do or regardless of what you don't do. So you're aware of what you're dealing with. You finally can see what you're fighting. It's no longer fighting in the dark with your hands tied behind your back. I can't emphasize enough how much learning about my ADHD has really helped me understand myself. It gave me the validation that I had been looking for my whole life. It quite literally brought me to tears to find out, oh my gosh, there is a name for why I function the way I function, why I am the way I am. I could never figure it out. Nothing quite hit the mark. I wasn't depressed. I didn't have bipolar disorder. I didn't have borderline personality disorder. I'm not a loser. I'm not lazy. I have an attentive type ADHD. The more I learned about it, the more I was empowered, the more I knew what I was dealing with, and the more I was able to improve upon myself and to make myself better by taking vitamins, by exercising, by finding practical ways to finish a project, by not overcommitting, by learning to say no, by learning about boundaries. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And if you don't know, now you know. You know very well who you are. You're awesome. So let's stop being so negative Nancy towards ourselves and just work actively in our lives to better ourselves. There's so much that we can get ourselves in trouble with, but there's so much that we can help ourselves get out of trouble with. Now, that is the video that I have for you today. I hope you really enjoyed this nice casual themed relaxed video while I sit in front of my couch chit-chatting with y'all. If you got something out of it, please let me know by giving it one big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Share this with anybody that you think might glean something out of this video. You know I love hearing from you, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And you must know by now that you are all in my prayers. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.